Empathy is a superpower. Hi there, I am Lauren Polly, and welcome to The Rules of the Road, how to navigate life with more ease. This is one of my favorite topics. So many of us have this empathetic ability. We are empaths, I guess you could say, if you're wanting to define yourself. If not, just look at how you actually interact with other people. Are you more empathic with them? Are you someone who feels their pain the way that they do? Do you feel their joy the way that they do? Are you able to read people really, really well? Are you able to walk into a room and kind of put your pulse on how the room dynamic is? And are you actually utilizing that to your advantage, or are you being swept away with the awareness of that? So often I deal with people in my coaching business who are empathic by nature. They may be labeling themselves and characterizing themselves as empaths, but a lot of them aren't. They just know, hey, I'm like a people person. I'm a helper. I'm a caregiver. I like to go about and actually kind of help people along. They've chosen professions. They've also chosen to create a lot of relationships in their lives that are based on them actually being the shoulder to cry on, or kind of the person who's pushing them from behind, that supportive network. Those are all empathic abilities and empathic characteristics. And it's in a superpower. A lot of us negate or we make the enemy. How often have you been so aware of the people in your lives? If they're going through a hard time, you're kind of soaking it up and feel like it's your own. So you go, oh gosh, I really wish I wasn't as aware. I wish I wasn't as sensitive as I actually am. A lot of people go into defensive mechanisms with this, where they shut off their unique gifts, their unique awareness, and actually the thing that makes their life fun for them if they really dove into it, because it's uncomfortable and they don't really have a good handle on how to utilize it. This is the beginning step of the conversation, is to really start to explore it as a superpower. And right now, look where you have used your empathetic gifts to your advantage and to the advantage of other people around you. Where have you walked into a meeting and again read the pulse of the room so well that you were able to speak to the heart of the matter and move the team forward? Where were you able to connect so deeply with somebody who really, really needed that deep connection at that moment? And where were you able to kind of stand on your own 2 feet in the process with it? A lot of times when we talk about the empathetic skills, people immediately go to that time where they were overwhelmed. They had emotional upset. They felt drained because of the people that they were surrounded with. We don't actually look at where we utilized it already as a gift and as a strength. That's where you start with this conversation. I know you've done it before. It's a matter of just unpacking it for yourself. Forever and ever and ever, I was told that I was too sensitive to be okay. That was part of my mental health diagnosis when I was younger, and what my multi-award winning book, The Other Side of Bipolar, is all about. Being able to unpack it for myself and take it not from, oh, you're oversensitive, you shouldn't push yourself too much, you should engage too deeply with people, into actually seeing it as a strength and as a usable asset. Now, these days, I have a little bit more of a working knowledge around it, where I do use it intentionally in my coaching business, also in my medical career. But I began that path with what I'm inviting you to today, is to look at where you didn't see it as a curse, as an upset, and oh my goodness, I wish I wasn't so empathic. Where you actually saw it as a strength and were using it, even if you were unaware. For me, when I looked back, I went, oh, okay, I've actually been doing this all the time at my hospital job. It's the reason I'm able to connect to my patients so deeply. It's the reason I know how to phrase things to the doctors so that they actually listen to me and follow my advice. And it's the way that I can walk into rounds and actually be able to pull the team together, because I can read the pulse of the room. These are all empathic abilities. Even if right now you are stuck in the upset, the drama, the overwhelm, the fatigue, feeling depleted by the people in your life, start to look for where you've already utilized it as a strength and then push into that more. How else can you utilize these gifts? What impact would you like to have on the world? And if it wasn't a curse, it was actually that, a gift, how different would you be with it? This is an amazing rule of the road for all of you empaths out there. And again, all of you people who like to just be around others, this is a big one for you. Have fun enjoying it. And if you're curious about more rules of the road, pop on over to the link down below and I'll see you there.